Somewhere right now, a beagle is locked in a cold metal cage. He doesn't know why he's there. He wags his tail when someone walks by, because it's what beagles do. But instead of love, he's met with needles, chemicals, and pain, all for a product sitting on a store shelf. Beagles are used in cosmetic testing because they're gentle, trusting, and easy to handle. The very things that makes them lovable are the things that make them victims. This happens behind closed doors, but it doesn't have to be. After reading about what happens in these labs and discovering organizations like Cruelty Free International, I started to look at my own shopping habits. I realized that even small changes like checking for a label or supporting the right group can make a real difference. Today, I'd like to share what I've learned, the reality behind animal testing, the progress being made, and how supporting organizations like Cruelty Free International with time or donation can help protect animals like beagles in the cage. Animal testing for cosmetics is cruel and still happening today, even to dogs like beagles. Beagles are specifically bred and sold to labs. When they're force-fed chemicals every day, they spend their lives encaged and are often euthanized when testing is over. They're chosen because they're friendly and submissive, even when they're suffering, according to theologian and animal rights advocate Andrew Lindsay in his 2013 book, Why Animal Suffering Matters. Animals experience fear, pain, and loneliness just like we do. And in 2024 article published in the Journal of Ethics in Science and Technology, researcher Ramchek described this as a moral failure, especially when testing is done for non-essential products like mascara or shampoo. These animals trust us, and we've been using them. We've been using them as if they're expendable. What's even more heartbreaking? What's even more heartbreaking is this: it doesn't have to be this way. Safer, kinder alternatives to animal testing already exist, and they work better. Thanks to science, we now have technologies like lab-grown skin, computer stimulation, and human cell cultures that allow us to test products without hurting any living beings. These methods are not only more humane, they're often faster, cheaper, and more accurate than outdated animal tests. As science journalist Jessica Mage pointed out in her 2018 piece for Scientific Reports, animal models like beagles are unreliable, yet many companies continue to use them out of the habit or financial convenience. That's why organizations like Cruelty Free International matter. They lead global efforts to end animal testing entirely through undercover investigation, legal advocacy, public education, and their Leaping Bunny certification, which helps consumers make informed choices. They're helping to create a future where no animal has to suffer for our beauty products. But even with better options and bold advocacy, change doesn't happen on its own. Each of us play a part through what we buy and who we support. Our choices have power. When we choose cruelty-free brands, we support compassion and help shift the market. In her 1000 book, 1001 book, Natural Beauty Basics, holistic wellness expert Dory Siegel Meyer wrote that consumers have long wanted what she called guilt-free beauty. Today, thanks to organizations like Cruelty Free International, that's finally becoming possible. But these changes only keep moving forward with support. Cruelty Free International doesn't receive government funding. They rely on people like us to continue their work. That support can look different for everyone. Donating time by signing petitions, sharing educational resources, or promoting cruelty-free brands on social media. Or giving money, which helps fund investigations, certification programs, and legal actions around the world. Even small actions like checking for the Leaping Bunny label, telling a friend, reposting a campaign can have a ripple effect. As I close this discussion, I wanted to remind to return to the image, the beagle in the cage, the one who never got to run through grass or sleep in someone's lap. We don't have to keep hurting animals like him. Safer testing methods are here. Compassionate alternatives exist. And every one of us, in some way, has the ability to support that shift. You don't have to be perfect to make an impact. You just have to care. Thus, next time you're shopping or scrolling or choosing where to give a little time or money, think of that beagle. Because he can't say no, but you can.